This is not a drill. The countdown is in single digits for a game we've been waiting on for 4 years that I've been making videos talking about for 2. We're almost at the peak, the hype train's almost at its final stop, and we still know next to nothing about this huge world. Who's this? What's that? We'll all find out on March 3rd, but Nintendo are still drip feeding us little bits of information about the game, and I'll be here to break it down for you until release. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've got a couple new screenshots to break down as well as a small part of a recent Japanese trailer for the game. So we'll start off with this, a screenshot of a building presumably in this Sheikah village, which we've seen before in screenshots, concept art and the Life in the Ruins trailer. We can see that this is likely a clothing store judging by the sign here, the large shirt design here, and the sign just above the door which translates from Hylian to read Tailor. The Sheikah eye is also visible here just in case you didn't think this was a Sheikah building. We can even see the lady who presumably owns the tailor outside here, since she's wearing the same shirt as we can see on the shop here. However, despite the fact that it's a tailor, the signs outside here translate to protect yourself and get defensive. So perhaps this specialises in clothing with protective bonuses. We know that clothing does have protective bonuses such as the old shirt having a defense value of only 1 compared to the superior champion's shirt's value of 3. Next up we have this screenshot of the inside of a building with multiple beds around and 2 travellers mid-discussion. We can see small horse symbols on the bed here, which means that this is the inside of one of the stables that are dotted around Hyrule, where Link can pay for a bed to sleep in. Not anything particularly mind-blowing, but it's cool to finally see the insides of one of the stables. Okay, so that's about it for the new stuff in the screenshots. We did get a few others with tiny cool details like this massive claymore on Link's back here, but for the most part, that's it. However, recently we also got a Japanese trailer for Breath of the Wild which included a familiar looking friend. I wouldn't consider this a spoiler since it's from an official trailer for the game, but if you're particularly sensitive you might want to skip. We see this handsome guy who, if you've ever played Ocarina of Time, you know looks quite similar to Volvagia, the serpentine dragon boss of the Fire Temple. And yeah, this dragon does look pretty similar to Volvagia, except I can't help but be reminded of Trico from The Last Guardian for some reason. No? Just me? Okay then. We can see from the ground and background that this is likely near Death Mountain since we're on some sort of barren, rocky slope similar to the landscape in the Eldin province. Which makes sense for a giant fiery dragon snake, to be honest. I just really hope we get a better fight this time around rather than a more elaborate game of whack-a-mole. Anyway, that about does it for this little Breath of the Wild news and mini analysis video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing for more. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time.